Hi, this is Karel King with Open Road Radio, and we are so pleased to have Rubin Brown, former Chicago Bear. Oh, you are awesome. I've seen your games, the games that you've been in, and you rock. Now, let me ask you this, Rubin. Is football still a part of your life?
Yeah, definitely. Back in Buffalo, I do TV, radio. I do a TV show with Rob Ray, the former hockey player for the Sabres. He and I do a weekly show during the hockey season and football season. Then I do some color and commentating wherever I can get plugged in. I do some stuff for University of Pittsburgh because that's my alma mater. So I stay pretty active in the football game.
Fantastic. Now, do you go around to colleges or any universities doing a little of the talk circuit, anything like that?
Only the University of Pittsburgh right now because no one else is good enough for me. No, I'm joking. No, I really like getting back now that I'm retired and I have the time to really have an impact on the kids that are going through the college that I went to and try to help them build the program and keep it going.
So a young boy comes to you and says, I want to be just like you. What do you tell them?
Go to school.
Very good.
Go to school. Learn accounting.
So you would not suggest football as a living?
No, I really believe it's one of those callings that it calls you. You can try and pursue it. A lot of people do, but it'll call you. It'll tell you whether you need to put more work into it and to try to make it at the next level. And if that's offered to you, go for it. And you should know by the time you get to college.
That's so important to have that input, you know what I'm saying? It's like, that's what I should do. Maybe I should stay away from that. Right. So many friends I know that, I'm going to be in football, and they bust their knees and they're done.
Well, I wanted to be a fireman when I was growing up, so I'm way away from that, but I try to raise funds for the firemen in our town whenever I can.
Well, speaking of raising funds, are there other charities and charitable events, that kind of thing that you go after?
Yes, I have the Rubin Brown Foundation. And the Rubin Brown Foundation basically supports local organizations in the communities where I played football. I played in Virginia, I played in Pennsylvania, I played in New York and Chicago. So I'll support the local charities that I attended when I was a kid. For example, Salvation Army youth programs. We sponsor a lot of different activities and camps and things of that nature for them here in Chicago, in Buffalo, in Virginia, and also down in Pittsburgh area. So I focus most of my time, my charity work with that. But, it's fun for me because I'm giving back to organizations that actually help me get to the NFL.
It's all about the kids.
Yeah, definitely. I love the kids. It's always fun to see them interacting and to see them reacting to me when I come back. They make me feel like I'm such a star when I'm like, if I brought Brian Urlacher in, they'd be running me over to get to him. But,
oh, don't put yourself down like that. You are quite the star. People are, I see you signing autographs here, and it's just fabulous to see you. Now, let me ask you this. We're here at Indian of Chicago, Indian Motorcycles, and it's their grand opening. And what brings you here is, besides, you're making an appearance, do you like motorcycles?
I love motorcycles. I have 6 motorcycles myself. I am very fortunate that one of my good friends is Dave Perowitz, one of the most famous bike builders around. He's really brought me into the culture. He's built all my bikes for me. He drags me around, slaps me around a few places now and again, But we have a really good time because I grew up riding motorcycles.
Oh, it's such a fabulous sport. And do you get a chance to go on any rides?
Yeah, the last 2 years I've been going to Sturgis, which I love. I've gone down to Daytona, Myrtle Beach, but this year I decided to make my own ride. And we're going to ride from Buffalo, New York down to Atlantic City. Then later in the summer, we're going to ride from Buffalo, Niagara Falls area down to Nashville, Tennessee, Dragon Tails Gap and all of that. And then we're going to swing out here to Chicago before the summer's over.
Fabulous. Sounds fantastic. I wish I rode myself. Unfortunately, I'm a little too scared. So how many motorcyclists do you hope to gather for this ride?
Well, we're hoping that we'll get a few hundred. The weather will always dictate what we end up having. back to how many people will have in Chicago. We started to run 4 years ago, and we started out with like probably 170 or 100 or 70 people like that. Now we get a consistent 300, 400, 500 people every year. And we're hoping to grow that. We're going to do it again this year. We do a ride this year, June 27th, out at the Broken Oar. We go from the Broken Oar to Austin's in Libertyville to Side Outs. Is that Wakanda or Crystal Lake area? And all of those guys teamed up to bring me back, and they liked what I was doing charity-wise, and we have a great time. We have some great music. My buddy Wayne Baker Brooks comes out and plays for us, and we just have a great time and enjoy the bikes in the day.
Fantastic, Rubin Brown. It is all about a great time, and I can see that people are having a great time with you here, and I'd like to thank you very much for letting me interview you. Once again, Rubin Brown, ladies and gentlemen, former Chicago Bear. Thank you. Any closing words?
No, thank you for having me.
Absolutely, man. You the man. Thank you. Karel King for Open Road Radio.